Lane Kiffin is at least PO'd that he didn't get the Auburn job. And or he still wants the Auburn job. Now, let me give you some background. Lane Kiffin, who I think a lot of you all know, I had a great relationship with. Lane Kiffin, I believe, firmly wanted the Auburn job at one point. Now, suddenly he went quiet, didn't talk about it to anybody, not just me. And Hugh Freeze gets it. So I do some digging because I have sources other than just the main source. Sometimes I like to reach out, find other people. And I was told this, that Lane Kiffin wanted to stay in Oxford because of his kids growing up there, who I think one is in high school, one goes to Ole Miss. Shortly thereafter, we heard that Layla had moved back into town, either to be with her kids or get some of that Lane thing. So I ask you this, bank on it. Well, this is a done deal. We don't have to go here, but bank on it is this. Lane Kiffin wanted the Auburn job. That's the bank on it. But I ask you this next part, and that is bank on it. He still wants the Auburn job. And that is why he is doing what? Because from a PR standpoint, he is totally attacking Hugh Freeze. It started last week and it continues now. By the way, SEC Media Days today. It'll be LSU, Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt at the podium. Go, Caleb.
Yeah, so Lane Kiffin, for no reason whatsoever, nobody was asking anything, but he went deep sea fishing over the weekend and was having trouble catching some fish and decided to take a video of himself not catching anything, not getting any big fish. And he decided, and I'll just show you, it's a 13-second clip. He decided that he was going to tag Hugh Freeze. See, it says Coach Hugh Freeze at Coach Hugh Freeze, and he just tweets this
Not
video out.
the kind of tapping that we're talking Hunter did.
Yeah. So basically, they didn't catch anything in that video. So one of two things is happening. One, he's either making fun of Coach Hugh Freeze because he's spending his own leisure time doing leisure stuff, or he's making a joke that Hugh Freeze can't secure any big commitments. And Lane Kiffin, straight up, can land any big fish. He's basically making a point of Hugh Freeze isn't landing any big fish right now. What do you think about that, Coach?
Let me tell you something about Lane. Lane plays recruiting like someone savvy plays dating. You know how you talk about how you never really want them?
Yep.
You know what I mean? You just you play it cool. You know, I mean, every woman that's ever liked me in my life, or girl, or whatever, going back, it's because I acted like I didn't want them, even if I didn't. In some cases, I didn't. But that's the way he recruits. And I'll give you an example. So the coaches that I know on signing day, I always text and I say, "Man, I know it's a stressful day. I hope everything went out or worked out okay." And Lane at the time was at the University of, where was he? Florida, that South Florida school?
Florida Atlantic.
He's at Florida Atlantic, and he does this panning thing on his video and sends it to me. And it's him deep sea fishing on signing day. And was there a lovely co-ed there? Perhaps. Okay. Was there an open Coors Light? Perhaps. But the point is, he knew at Florida Atlantic, he was waiting for cast-offs from other schools, right?
Correct.
That's what you had to do. You're not going to go compete with Alabama to get a guy. So that's how he recruited. But by the same token, he didn't go above and beyond. I talked to somebody else who talked to Lane Kiffin on a national signing day, and he was just jogging, like in the morning, just jogging on national signing day. When even me as a reporter, it was like a 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. type of day. And, and that's the way he does it. Ashley is a female. Ashley, do you like it when the guys play hard to get? We'll ask Ashley that, because that's the way Lane plays it. be it for better or for worse, that's the way he plays it. I don't know of any other coach that plays it like that. Usually it's like, you hung the moon, you're amazing. And then you have some people like Nick Saban that are brutally honest. Like he told, you know, the reason Jalen Hurd didn't go to Alabama?
Because he told him he was a defensive end, right?
He said, period, end of discussion, your defensive end. It's not a debate. And it's over. So, by the way, Tyrone Hines is my first favorite defensive player. Thank you, Steve. He wore 47. So the simple fact is there's a couple different ways to play recruiting. Lane plays it in his own individual way. And Lane loves to fish. The deep sea fishing, you got to think about it. He's in South Florida right now instead of Oxford. So for those that think he wouldn't make the jump from Oxford to Alabama, and somebody just posted, by the way, that there's not a big difference between Ole Miss and Auburn. There is. There's a big difference. A couple of different reasons. From a recruiting perspective, there's more athletes in Alabama. Not a lot more, but more. Excuse me. More qualify because there's better high school academics in Alabama. I know that sounds hard to believe. Than Alabama than Ole Miss. A lot of guys have to go JUCO in Ole Miss or Mississippi. So, Caleb, it is a significantly better job. I know some people don't really believe that, but it's a significantly better job. And I believe, this is what I believe, not anything Lane told me, not anything that any great source told me, but I believe he wanted the Auburn job and didn't get it, and then floated out there that I want to be close to my family in Oxford. That's what I believe.
The only reason I think you might be right. The only reason I've always hesitated is Auburn is not. It's still not on the blue blood level of like the Alabamas, the Georgias, even the Tennessees for that matter. But the expectations go way up, and it's a way crappier place to live. So when you throw all that together, I could see Lane Kiffin preferring Oxford.
Boy, I don't know. I think they're kind of similar outside of game day. I mean, I think game day you have the girls that wear all the nice dresses, and the guys all wear sport coats. You know what I mean? So it has like this unique feel. But are you telling me you would vacation in Oxford in July?
I love Oxford.
Do you? Okay.
I love that town. It's one of my favorite towns in the SEC. Yeah. So it's like
on game day or just anytime?
Just anytime. It's an amazing town. Athens is the only town I like more than Oxford, honestly, as an actual town. I mean, okay, Nashville, but Nashville's Nashville. Like, it's a city. But, like, if you talk about the SEC towns, yeah, no, I absolutely love Oxford. It's a beautiful place to me.
Okay. And to give you an example, last I checked, and I checked just now, Auburn's athletic department budget's about 33% higher than Ole Miss. So Auburn's athletic department budget is $200 million, and Ole Miss is about 145. So there's a significant difference.
Okay, so basically Lane Kiffin, and I guess this will be our bank on it. Lane Kiffin's shots at Hugh Freeze are that he genuinely doesn't like Hugh Freeze for two reasons. Here's my bank on a tape.
Commercial Bank is your neighborhood bank. What makes us different from other banks? We understand that every customer has unique opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. We don't expect you to fit into the same box as the next person or business. Whether it's purchasing a home, saving for your child's future, or planning for your next vacation, we're with you every step of the way to navigate life's big decisions. Commercial Bank. Life made better.
Lane Kiffin doesn't like Hugh Freeze because, one, Hugh Freeze took his job at Auburn. And two, Lane Kiffin was the face of controversy and immorality while Hugh Freeze was faking his Christian pastor, like, whatever feelings. And here he was, getting hookers left and right.
Well, you could take out the Lane Kiffin part and put any coach in there.
Okay, I believe that, but I bet Lane Kiffin took it more personally because Lane Kiffin was treated as the loose morals coach publicly.
I bet a half dozen coaches to me referred to him as Pastor Freeze, and it was meant as a shot.
Oh, I believe that.
It was meant that he promotes this, but deep down he's not this. I mean, nobody gives a guy who's religious a hard time if he's clean, but if you're a hypocrite, you're going to catch it, right?
Yeah, there's very few times I believe people who throw it in my face the way Hugh Freeze was doing, though. Tim Tebow is one of the few I believe. I mean, he's one of the genuine few I believe, and that's so rare. People that are that open, I know this is awful, Dave, but I usually think they're hiding something.
I usually do, but I give them the benefit of the doubt till I hear something different. I'd say you're like that, right?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, but
I mean, I'm not willing to say Joe Osteen's a nut job, but he probably is.
He was hiding cash in his bathroom.
Okay,
There's
but
like
see,
piles of cash behind his toilet.
Okay, but see, I didn't know that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't keep up with politics and all that stuff. Auburn should have played for the Natty in 2004. They would have given USC a run for their money with Ronnie Brown and Cadillac Williams. I clicked on the wrong one.
They would have beaten USC, but that's my hot take.
I wouldn't argue with that. Lane wants to come back to Knoxville. Do you think Lane ultimately wants to come back to Knoxville?
Oh, he would love to come back to Knoxville. He regrets leaving. He straight up regrets leaving. We know he regrets leaving, and I would 100% take him back if Josh Heupel left and I were in Knoxville. So, but that's just, I know a lot of people wouldn't.
I got no argue with that.